next we have the court reports and the police reports. We've had about a weekend to check it over. You got any questions on any of them?
On the court, on this one, on August, what is this, 2000?
It's a,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, this one.
Okay.
Any more questions? I think Mr. Pointer's got an announcement to make.
Yeah, I just wanted to let the council know I did receive a letter from the Attorney General's office. I believe it came in yesterday. It was regarding a sunshine law violation complaint that apparently had been filed by, at some point in the past. The Attorney General, you may recall back in August, we had taken some action, passed a resolution regarding how we deal with a couple of our roll call votes and those sorts of issues. We sent that to the Attorney General to tell them we'll be taking that action. They sent me a letter to say that that it appeared that we had taken appropriate responses and they were closing their file on that matter. And so I wanted to let you know that it appears that that particular issue has been resolved. At this point, I'm closing my file on it as well. So unless we hear something further, that's old business. But I wanted to let you know. I apologize. I would have brought a copy of the letter. I'll send a copy up to Rick and Sandy so if anybody wants it, let them know. But I wanted to let you know so you knew where things stood on that.
Thank you, David. Okay, next on the agenda, the Gaddis family discussing pancreatic cancer.
My name's Tommy Gaddis. This young lady that won't come up here, pretty young lady, is my daughter, Megan Gaddis. And we're here tonight as volunteers for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. And Megan and myself and the Pancreatic Cancer Network thanks you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. And I'll tell you what, the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network is the only national organization creating hope in a comprehensive way through research, patient support, community outreach, and advocacy for a cure. And the reason I'm here today, and Megan's here today, is February 2nd of this year, I lost my wife and Megan lost her brother to this disease after Ricky Gaddis, after a less than a 3-month battle. And I'm here to tell you that a lesser person wouldn't have made it 2 weeks. She was the strongest individual I ever met in my life, both mentally and physically. But not only my life and Megan's life and the rest of my family's life has been touched with this disease. It's a problem that will affect the whole community. I gave you all the letter and a proclamation that I took the liberty to prepare myself if it would meet your needs. But I'll probably repeat some numbers here that you've already got, but estimates is that pancreatic cancer will increase by 55% by the year 2030. And it is estimated this year that 37,390 individuals will lose their battle to pancreatic cancer. Right now, pancreatic cancer is the number 4 killer of the whole cancers. I believe lungs number 1, colon's number 2, breast cancer is number 3, pancreatic's number 4. But I can't put this in print, but everything I'm reading and all the information I've been able to gather, it will move to number 2 at the end of this year. was not too long ago that if you went to the doctor and they told you you had pancreatic cancer, they would tell you that it's real rare, we don't have much research on it. And the reason for that is that 2% of all the money that goes to the National Cancer Institute is spent on pancreatic cancer. And the proclamation that I done for you is, or took the liberty to draw up, is I added a paragraph in there that there is a bill in, well, it's already passed the House of Representatives. It's called the Pancreatic Cancer Research and Education Act. It would ensure the creation of a national strategic plan for combating this devastating disease. And it's already passed the House, and of course it won't get any further till after the election, because the Congress will take it up after the election. But what this bill will do is it's just going to direct more money towards that, but then that's when the battle really starts, is to get that money in place. So if any of you want to and could, call Senator Blunt and then Senator McCaskill or Aiken, whoever it will be after the election, and put in your dimes worth for this. But basically what I'm here is just to get you to issue the proclamation to raise awareness for this terrible disease. And if anybody's got any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer.
Well, I don't think we've got any questions. Okay, on this resolution here, do we have a motion to accept this resolution? Second.
Second.
Okay, any last questions? If not, all in favor?
Well, I have a question. I'm very proud to say Ricky was my cousin,
Right.
and I want to vote for this if it's not a conflict of interest.
I think it will let you know.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I want to commend, I didn't say condemn, I said commend the city. Hadn't been in this room for quite a while, till a few months ago, and I commend you for your "In God We Trust" on the wall, and I commend you for your solid prayer, but you ought to do it out loud like we do at county.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, next, we have a bid. And we vote on that?
We
started doing it, now she asked me.
First and second.
Okay, we have a first, second, okay, all in favor? I thought we voted, everybody raised their hand. Okay, next, Bill 2012-20, change the ordinance from residential to agriculture. Rick, you want to tell us about that?
Mayor, the planning commission met in a public hearing last Tuesday evening and listened to a presentation on the folks that live at 1045 South High Street who are requesting to change their zoning from the R1 single-family residential to the A1 agricultural dwelling district. For those of you who don't know where that's at, if you're going south on 95, you turn left at the trailer park and go down that roadway that dead ends High Street, and it's the last place before you leave the city limits. They have a little over 8 acres there, and they would like to have that zone agricultural so they can raise
this the last house down there on the right?
Yes.
I'll make the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, second.
I'll second it then.
Okay, all in favor? All opposed?
Seven one.
Yeah. Okay, you want to proceed with first reading on this?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is an ordinance approving the change in zoning on property located at 1045 South High Street from R1 Residential Dwelling District to the A1 Agricultural District, then the city of Mount Vernon, Missouri.
Motion to accept it?
Got a second?
Second.
Any last discussion? No, Mr. Bartlett, how you vote?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, next on the agenda is bill number 2012-21. It's a zoning list of permitted and conditional uses. You wanna-
Mayor, this is what I spoke with the council about a little bit at the last meeting. The planning commission met last Tuesday night and discussed it. They're making the recommendation that the council accept the Appendix A, which is a listing of permitted and conditional uses for zoning in Mountain Grove. It's been a considerable amount of time and discussion with it, and feel it's in the best interest of the city to make the change to that Appendix A, or the whole system that we have now. Be happy to answer any questions you might have on it.
Anyone have any questions on it? Before we- Okay, we need a motion.
I've got a question. In here, they refer to the staff. What are they, who is the staff?
Well, between myself and Mike Williams and Mark, I'm the zoning administrator according to ordinance, and then there's the building inspectors and deal with the zoning on a daily basis, so it comes down to three of us.
Okay. And then, of course, I guess a couple more, actually. Down here in this, like, for example, in the residential, we're talking zoning other than the class, I just kind of mentioned above, shall be determined and approved by the planning commission only. Does that mean that?
Let me find where you're at. Where you at under residential?
Yes, it's second paragraph.
Oh. Okay. What that means is if somebody, we've had in the past, we've had requests for people to put an apartment in their business. And in some situations, it's been okay, in some situations it hasn't, depending on the business zoning. That always comes down to well, if you look at the, and correct me when I go wrong here, Mark, but if you look at the fire code, they frown on that. And, but that still happens, with people, from time to time. It's not as prevalent as it was 50 years ago, no, but there's still folks that have businesses and they don't want to build an apartment, you know. And, rather than the staff making a decision on that, we just felt it best it went back to the planning commission for that decision instead of us. Because that's one of those,
Well, then,
it's kind of a judgment call, and really, if somebody's gonna make a judgment call, it really needs to come from the planning commission, not from an individual.
well, don't this stuff get referred back to the council then for a final decision?
Not unless it's an ordinance change, no. If there's a, let me give an example. There are rules in place. If the planning commission says, no, we're not gonna allow that, then they have the right to appeal that decision to the Board of Adjustment. So there is an appeal process if they don't get the answer they want. But, and then if they don't like the answer the Board of Adjustment gives them, they got the circuit court that they can ask. So there are things in place that allow someone that makes this request, if they're turned down, they.
Such as the people tonight that come before us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime,
I could, Vic, maybe if I could just kind of explain. If I wanted to put a shower and a bedroom in my law office, okay, then there's a question about, is that actually a commercial use or not? Okay, because my building's zoned commercial. If I put a shower and a bedroom in there, is that okay? That would normally go to the planning commission, okay, to make that determination, okay, whether that use is consistent with my zoning. Now, if I decided that I did not want my building to be commercial anymore, if I wanted it to be residential, because I'm gonna turn it into an apartment house, okay, that would typically be brought here, like the thing was tonight, to change it from commercial to residential. So typically, you're gonna see the planning commission deciding whether a particular use fits within its zoning. And if you're gonna change the whole zoning of it, that's typically gonna come in front of the council.
Okay,
Does that, I don't know if that clears it up, Vic.
no, I understand what you're saying. I mean,
I'm just, that's how I understand it works.
you know, you can't take your residential and put in a living quarters, for say, without going before the zoning commission, would that be right?
Yeah, planning.
Or planning, whichever.
Yeah. Same, planning zone board.
Okay, I have a question. It says on this, first page, the list of permitted and conditional uses found in Appendix A of the zoning laws of Mount Grove is hereby repealed.
The old
ones,
The
are
old
they
laws
still,
repealed and replaced with the new one.
but are the others, are they still grandfathered in, the ones that are zoned?
Oh, yeah, we
That way
haven't
down.
changed anybody's zoning with this.
Okay.
This is for future.
Okay,
Anybody that's looking for a change in the future, it doesn't change the
doesn't
zoning
change,
of anybody.
so nobody has to get rezoned?
No,
Okay.
Everything pretty well stays the same.
this is for
When
anything.
this goes
happening
into effect, they are, for say, grandfathered under the older, unless they want a new change.
Well, it's not really a grandfather. The others are zoned. We're not asking for any zoning change.
Yeah,
So that doesn't, nothing that's zoned already changes anything.
that's what I have.
We're talking about anybody walks in the door tomorrow with a brand new request.
Right.
They fall
Well,
under
it's
these.
kind of like what David explained there, you know, for example, and then say you've got a business that's got a shower already in it today,
Right.
yesterday. That's not going to affect them.
No, it won't affect it.
They are pre-existing.
Right, that's right.
That's what I'm trying to say. I guess
Yeah.
I call. Make sure that this
Yeah, it
not,
doesn't change anything that's happening right
you know, not a problem with existing businesses that's here right at the moment.
now. Right.
And then I have another question. Okay, under the C1, C2, C3, and C4, the services
Mhm.
and the trades, is that not all? How do you distinguish a trade and
From a service?
I mean, I see that, but can you have, like a mall, I guess it sounds kind of stupid, can you have like a,
Can you have a trade in one of them, and
Yeah,
service in another?
yeah.
Yeah, sure can.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I,
really, the practicality of it is, there's not, C4 is a downtown district,
okay,
okay? That's Rounder Square.
okay,
C1, 2, and 3, we have in different locations
Okay.
around the city, and there's really not a dime's worth of difference between them. Now, when we go to the zoning law and we look under C1, it'll tell us what the intent of that is.
okay.
And it might say, well, this is intended to have a large lot that sits by itself, not in a mall
Okay,
setting. In other words, a Walmart.
right,
Or it might say, this can be done on a lot where there's multiple uses within the same structure. That'd be more like a strip.
yeah, okay. A bank, it's like a service, and then
Right.
a retail shop.
And
in the same-
those intents in each one of those zoning classifications, of every zoning classification we have, is what we read to determine whether they fit or need to go to the planning commission to be discussed.
Now, do we have a map, or
Yes, we
will it be
do.
a new map?
We have an official zoning map of the
Okay.
city that is on file here at City Hall, and anytime you guys pass a final ordinance on a zoning law, then we change the map accordingly, but until then, it stays the way it is.
Well, like
ordinance approving the recommendation of the Mountain Grove Planning Commission to approve the change in Appendix A, which is a list of permitted conditional uses of the zoning ordinances of the city of Mountain Grove, Missouri.
Okay, we need a motion to accept it.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
any last questions? If not, Kay, how do you vote?
Yes.
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 Okay, next, is Bill 2012-22, amending the closing date of the refund issue.
Mayor, the council passed this ordinance on August 21st of 2012, and we're asking to amend it. The one that we passed in August said that we would be, the maturity date on these would be November 1st, and it's actually November the 4th, so we had to change that date. And that's the only change in this entire ordinance from what you have already.
Okay,
And I will tell you this, one piece of good news is they've sold these bonds, and instead of saving $143,000, we're gonna save $161,000.
Double cheaper interest. Even if,
okay, we need a motion to proceed with the first reading on this bill.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Oh, I'm supposed to be saying something.
Yeah.
I'm
I was distracted.
Your turn.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2012-19 adopted on August 21st, 2012, authorizing the city of Mountain Grove, Missouri to enter into a lease purchase transaction.
Okay, we need a motion to accept the reading of the Bill 2012-22.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any last questions? Mr. Bartlett, how you vote?
Yes.
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 Yes.